Fun fact number 114. 114. Fun fact number 114. Yeah, I had to have my glasses on for the beginning of that one. Fun fact number 114. I was going to talk about roommates. And I should say this quietly so my roommates don't hear. I don't know. Fun fact number 114 is about roommates. I've heard a lot of stories, a lot of horror stories. If you have a horror story, put it in the comments below. I would love to tell your horror story about roommates or your fabtabulous story about roommates. I've lived by myself at times. I've had various types of roommates throughout the years, mostly related to me one way or another. I think this might be the first time I'm living with roommates that aren't related to me, and I'm like the last person in, and they're a very different age from me. And I'm wondering if that's a problem for them sometimes, but I don't know. It's not a problem for me. But it's been difficult because most of my life I've kind of lived on my own, or even if I lived with a relative, it was like living on my own. I did everything anyway, so. But except for my daughter, who was the best roommate I've had, I think. It's very strange. I'm sharing a place with a bunch of people you don't know, and getting to know them and understanding where boundaries are and expectations if there are any. And I'm very lucky to have the roommates I have. One's practically a ghost. I don't even think he's real. I've seen him like 3 times briefly, and it's been a blur. So that's cool. And then I have a roommate that I see. The other 2 roommates I see off and on, just like they see me, and they're pretty good. I mean, there are some things, little tiny things that bother you sometimes, like they don't pick up their plates and put them in the sink or in the dishwasher right away, or when you would do it, or sometimes they don't do it at all, and you end up doing it. But all those things can be talked out and worked out. I have my best roommate is my favorite roommate right now is my roommate that's going to Australia, so I'm really sad. And they have the dog, and the dog's not going to be here during that time, so that's really sad. But I really appreciate them, and I appreciate their dog, though my cat does not. Um, I heard of a roommate situation on a college campus where 2 people literally locked somebody in a room and then started trying to bust down the door with a chair and was yelling at them and screaming at them that they were going to kill them, and then actually tried to kill them with a knife. So that would be a really, really bad roommate. That's like on the spectrum of restraining orders and call the police. But nothing was done. There was no disciplinary action from the college, so they're still there. And actually, they are RAs now, so do not trust your RAs 100%, I would say. The other one was somebody who lived in the edifice during the summer, so they thought they were the supreme person in the house and could make up all the rules. They would say that everybody had a place there and everybody had a voice there, and then not. And then they would make up all the rules, and if somebody broke the rules accidentally or something, then even if they didn't say what the rule was, they would get in big trouble by this person. Very controlling, very narcissistic. And yeah, they would break the rules that they created themselves and then say, oh, it was a last minute thing, or it was no big deal, or da 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 da, or, well, I just didn't have time. They'd make up some excuse for them not following the rules. But if the other people didn't, very double standardy too, yeah. Luckily, that person is now leaving, but they're supposed to be out today, and they're not. A lot of their shit is still there, and they left food that started to rot, and just kind of thoughtless and not uncompromising behavior. And and when they're out and they turn in the keys, I think the other two roommates will be much relieved because they were a tyrant. So, if you have a roommate story, I've been blessed with really good roommates over time. The person I replaced here, um, was an recovering alcoholic, became an alcoholic again. Would walk around the house naked at any time when anybody was here. So, hey, mom and dad, come to visit. Oh, oops. There's our roommate walking around naked and then sitting on the wood floor and peeing. Yeah, so, and then maybe threatening his own life, and the police come and threatening other people's lives. And yeah, so they think I'm a really excellent roommate in comparison to the person that I replaced here. So that's a good thing. So, yeah, I hope if you have roommates, whether you're related to them or not, that you find a way to talk it out and get along, and that you don't have some narcissistic tyrant or some suicidal, out of touch with reality alcoholic or addicted person to something. And hopefully you find good roommates like me. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. So yeah, that's roommates, and that is Fun Fact 114. And I'll be talking to you soon. Ciao, Bellas.